Hey, you tired of being broke in your 20s? Wondering why you go on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you see all these people your age rolling in that bankroll. They making sure that they getting all that money. They're driving in the McLaren, the Lamborghini, popping bottles in the club, throwing bands, rocking Richard Millies, the whole shebang, okay? Okay, and you're wondering why not me? Why not me? Okay, so I'm gonna teach you, you know, teach you how to not be broke in your 20s, okay? Because here's the thing, right? Those are the lottery picks. Luck, hard work and luck. But, okay, so, this goes all the way to the list. I'm gonna teach you 5 ways to make sure you don't go broke in your 20s at all, okay? My name is Vic. This is Mind Over Money. A little bit about me is that I've been working in finance for about 5 years. I was a car salesman. I was running all the finance applications, and now I currently work as a personal banker. So I deal with everyone's finances. I deal with people with loans, mortgages, the whole shebang, credit cards, opening accounts, yielding, lending. So I know a little bit about the game, okay? So I think I have a unique perspective, and I've done a lot of research, and so I'm truly passionate. So I just want to give y'all some game, give y'all some knowledge. Hopefully I can help y'all out. If you learn anything, make sure you drop a like, okay, subscribe, whole thing. Okay, so I'll cut all that. Let's get right into it. Number 5 is that you're waiting too long to invest, okay? The best time to invest was 10 years ago. The second best time to invest is right now. So if you invest right now, invest smart. Another rule of investing is making sure you don't lose money. So invest very smart, okay? And you can invest anything, $1 a day, $10 a week, just something that you're throwing in. Ideally, as soon as you get paid, you want to throw money into a 401k, okay? If your job offers you a 401k or retirement plan, that's free money. If they have a match, you put 4% of your paycheck, they will give you 4% of free money, okay? And you can not touch that money. You can touch it for later for other things. We'll get into that in another video when we get a little bit more complex into things and how to make your money work for you, okay? And how to never borrow money from the bank. You can borrow money off your investments. Treat yourself like a bank. Be in debt to yourself with crazy tax advantages. Like, it's insane. We'll get into that in another video. But you should be excited, okay? You should be really excited. So you should be able to invest $5 a day, $1 a day, $10 a week. And the average person invests in something called the S&P 500. Okay, you don't have to pay for a brokerage. We make sure it's easy. We go on. You can even invest on Robinhood. You can invest on Cash App. You can invest on any of these platforms. Webull, go to your bank. Wells Fargo has some investing through Wells Trade. Just make sure you do this, and you buy an index fund called the S&P 500. Okay, I'm not your financial advisor. So this ain't financial advice of what to invest in, but this is a general thing where people call it the stock market. Is called the S&P 500. They just kind of go in between. Okay, people just assume it's the same thing. When people talk about put your money in the stock market, that's what it means in essence. Okay, not exactly, but we're just gonna use that for example. And that's what most people on TV, online describe. So the first thing you want to do is you put $1,000, for example. And let's say you invest in the S&P 500 over many years, it averages about 10% per year. So every time you put $1,000, you get $100. And then the next year, you get 10% of that $1,100, which is pretty cool. Then you get $110. So it gets pretty cool, kind of like that. So, but it compounds and it keeps snowballing. It's like a snowball going down a hill. It's going bigger, bigger, bigger. So for example, if you put $1,000 in the S&P 500 with a 10% gain over the course of 30 years, you will have $17,449 invested without even adding another penny. So if you're 25 and you put 1,000 in, you'll have 17 bands by the time your retirement. Double that if you want to retire sooner. You know, this is all a numbers game, all about time, commitment. And we are rich in time. You may not have money, you may be broke, but you're rich in time, and that's so valuable. Okay? Number 4 is not budgeting. If you do not have a budget in place, if you are not treating your paychecks like an income statement, like a business, like a profitable business, you know, you don't want to be the little Kmart that's failing, going out of business, the Sears, the Macy's, you know, they can't keep up, you know, the Blockbusters. Like, yeah, it's cool. They had cool stuff, but they weren't profitable and they were bye-bye. Okay? And it's a dog-eat-dog world out here. No one's gonna save you. Especially, this goes, I know I may have men and women viewers, but I'm just letting you know, no one's gonna save you if you're a man. You gotta come up and do that. And you gotta make sure that you're profitable. You wouldn't invest in a company that's not profitable. So have everything written down. If you can't have it written down, take at least one step and make sure you're aware of what you're spending your money on. Or even better, have 2 accounts. Move all your money in your savings, okay? And survive off that little $200 a week, $100 a week. Figure out what your sweet spot is. Be very conscious of what you spend on. You don't go to the grocery store. I'm picking up eggs, milk, and cheese. I came back with a cart of $200. You just need some eggs and cheese. What you doing with a $200 cart? And all that goes bad, you know? Like, why you going on a fat shopping trip when your whole pantry is filled? You had that can of beans sitting there for 6 months, a year. It's about to go bad. So just make sure you finish your food. If you buy something, you have cans, do it. If you don't have it, donate it. If you're not gonna eat it, donate it. Okay? Why you buying milk every single 2 weeks? Buy the half gallon. You ain't using the whole thing. Like, just be conscious, okay? Because every $300 you save a month is $3,600 a year. Every $100 you save a month will be $1,200 a year, okay? So it stacks up. Them little, count the pennies, the dollars will add up, okay? Count the pennies, you don't gotta count the dollars. It will just be there. So just remember, another thing, number 3 is not having an emergency fund. Fun fact, 60% of Americans do not have $1,000 in cash sitting in an emergency or a savings account just for any unexpected emergency. They don't have $1,000, okay? If you wanna be in the top 1%, you gotta be better than the top 99%, okay? And the first thing is being top 40, and that's having $1,000, okay? It's gonna be hard. Even $500 of a buffer will be good. So basically, before you pay off your debt, before you invest, you need to put $500 in a savings, or 1,000. Ideally 1,000, but 500 is a good buffer. If you can't afford tires, if you get 4 tires pop out, you're cooked, tweaked, not moved, okay? You know, you get a speeding ticket, you're about to get reckless. Ooh, they gonna revoke your license. Where's your lawyer money? You ain't got 1,000? That's gonna cost more than 1,000. You might have to borrow for that. But still, you don't know. You know, you gotta just have something for those emergencies, right? Another thing too is, how are you gonna get to work if your car's broken? You can't afford that. Or let's say your brakes are cooked and your car's about to get destroyed. You can, if you spend the $500 now, you would save thousands of dollars, if not ruin your whole car. Like, I've seen everything. I don't understand it. I mean, I do understand it's hard and it takes a lot of discipline, but still, doesn't register with me personally, doesn't resonate with me. Keep 500 minimum. A buffer will change your life. We're not gonna get out if we keep getting in debt, okay? We can't be getting in debt. Number two, paying high interest debt. So a lot of people have credit card debts. They're gonna be 28%, 30%, 3 times the stock market S&P 500 return in a year, except that's you investing in reverse. So please, please, please be careful. Pay it off. Have your little $500, $1,000 buffer and pay off that 30%. Don't think about investing. Don't do that. Well, I can invest in all. Okay? You can put $5 in your investments. I still think, despite what I'm saying, I still think you should invest consistently to build that habit for the rest of your life. Because if you do a habit and you do it for 3 years, it's ingrained in you. It's really hard to break that habit. You know, if you do it for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, good or bad, those habits will stick with you. So I still think you should invest, but not nearly as much. You need to focus on paying your debt. Maybe $5. If you used to invest, like, why are you investing $200 if you're $5,000 in debt? Why are you investing $200 every month? You should just pay the debt. Don't make the minimum payments anything more than a minimum payment. Even an extra $20 a week, $10 a week, you know? And you gotta pay it back. And it will benefit you a ton if you pay it back. I already have another video talking about how to build your credit score, but just stay out that debt, stay out that car payment. You're paying $600 for a car you can't afford. The insurance killing you, the car payment's killing you, the gas is killing you, the repairs are killing you. You know, find a way to get out that car, you know, and I'll make a video about how to get out of a screwed car payment and how that's the biggest wealth killer that we can talk about. I'm gonna make a deep dive on that because it's horrible. Like, that's gonna ruin your wealth. It's investing in reverse. So just remember that. You're gonna be, you know, the one in debt is always in, well, the slave is always in debt to the lender, right? Or the lender is always the slave. Something like that, you know, tweaking. But you get that. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, that's a huge no-no. So we're gonna move to number one. The most important is actually gonna be financing lifestyle over assets. So a lot of times you're gonna get more money, you're gonna get a new place, you might even get a girlfriend, you know, you're gonna get, I got a new job, I'm making money, I'm out Subway, I'm working a little, you know, or oh, I got a nice little promotion, or oh, I'm a manager, like oh, I'm got a new job, I'm up, oh, I got a little bit of money coming in, and then your lifestyle goes up. Then you get that Starbucks, and then it adds up. Oh, let me go get this new car I can't afford. It adds up. And then oh, let me spend $500 at the MGM. let me put a parlay. Let me cook up the craziest parlay. Boom, had that parlay blow up. Ooh, let me put it all on black. Boom, it goes up. Ooh, let me go buy the most bougie Louis Vuitton. Buy that Rolex. Put it on credit card. You know, think about that. That's gonna add up. If you spend $5,000 on your lifestyle for 1 year, just 10 years, if you invested that in the S&P 500, you would have $13,000, almost. Think about that, okay? It is killing your wealth. You want to build your foundation to be wealthy, okay? Money talks, wealth whispers, okay? That's silent wealth. Don't let people know your plan. People shouldn't even know you got one. You know, that shouldn't be what you lead off with. You know, especially talking with the shawty sometimes. You don't want to lead off with that because they're going to see you for that. Just something to keep in mind. you know, also with people. Bonus tip, the real sauce for the true ones that filled in there is actually the number one. Okay, I was cutting out all the fakes. Increase your income. Increase your income. Work more hours. Get another job. Switch jobs. Do a certification. Go to trade school. Do something. The best investment, the best thing you can do is knowledge, skill set, and finding a better job. Raising your title. Raising your resume. Okay? You're not dish boy no more. You working up and you manager now at the warehouse. Oh, you ain't now you electrician. Oh, now you master electrician. Oh, now you own your own trade business. Oh, now you CEO. Like, just, it's a process. Pick a lane. Pick stackable lanes. Skill sets are stackable. People love a double threat. People love a triple threat. You know, I do coding. I do finance. And I do sales. I'm a triple threat. I'm well versed in all of them. And I have things to prove it. You know, work experience behind it. So keep that in mind. You will definitely raise your income by raising your skill set. And you got to raise your title too. There's nothing wrong with punching in a heavier weight class. There's no such thing as imposter syndrome. I be boxing up in a weight class. I be doing jobs I don't know. Hey, but I learn and they coach me and I pay attention and I adapt. And then now I'm doing it with ease, you know? So that's how we do it. Thank you for tuning in with Mind Over Money. This is Vic. Like, subscribe, comment if you want any video ideas. See you in the next video. Stay blessed.